Trying to get the lighting right. Jesus Christ. Ah, man, now my lighting's on all off. It's too bright. Let me see here. My lighting's off. Let me try to get this thing right. Hold on. How was that? It's all good. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it work like this. We're going to make it work like this. We're going to make it work like this. This is what they want to do. We're going to make it work like this. This is why I left the mornings. This is why I left the mornings. This is why I left the mornings, y'all. This is what I got to go through. This is the pain and the struggle I got to go through now. This is the pain and the struggle I got to go through when I come to the mornings because they target my account. I'm back. They tried to banana me. They tried to hit me with the 𝗖𝗁𝗏 speech. But I'm here. Now my lighting's off. I'm trying to fix my lighting. I'm trying to get the lighting right. See if that works. How's that, y'all? Is the lighting better? Is the lighting better? Let me see. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't care. It is what it is. I'm back. We still talking about this media. They don't want us to. They don't want me to tell y'all that the media is lying to you. They don't want me to tell y'all that why we don't trust mainstream media. They don't want me to tell y'all that. They want me to lie pretty much. They just want me to they want me to tell all lies. Oh, the media is right. The media never gets the story wrong. You know, man, this is insane, y'all. Every time I come in the morning, I'm targeted. I was spitting some I'm a little frustrated, man, because I was spitting some real game until they tried to take me off. I was spitting some real game. Now I gotta backtrack and go back. I gotta go back just to give y'all the real game, man. And I'm gonna do it because this is what happens when you don't own your own platform. When we don't own our own platform as Black Americans, they can do whatever the heck they want to you. This is what happens. This is what happens. So let me tell you what I'm going to do, family. I'm going to reset. I'm going to start back over from the top. And we're going to get into the game. Why foundational Black Americans should not and do not trust the media. About to get into it, folks. So just bear with me. I'm about to let the music play. What's up, time? They tried to banana your boy. I was 1 hour into my show. And they tried to this is why I left the morning. They tried to take me down. They tried to take my show down. They tried to label it 𝗖𝗁𝗏 speech, and I said nothing hateful. I just told brothers that we got to turn that. We can't trust the media. We don't got time to be watching TV, NFL, sports, entertainment. We got time to liberate our women, liberate our family, and then liberate our people. That's all I said in a nutshell. And they took me down. But I'm back. I was about to go over Twitter. I was about to go over to Twitter, y'all. I was about to take this message and open up a Twitter space and holler out whoever was over there. But I appealed it and they let me back up. So let me reset real quick. I'm gonna play a quick song. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna try to take it from the top all over again, and then we're gonna jump into it. So give me a second, y'all. This is crazy. I gotta reset.
Yo.
Still fight, tears on the ground from the years of pain, but the seeds we planted still grow in the rain. Through the fire, through the storm, we gon' stand. Truth in our bones, revolution in our hands. We the dream, we the drum, we the morning sun. Better days are coming, we not done. Born in a world where the laws never loved us, steel in our backs cause the system tried to crush us. Mothers crying at the caskets of the young kings, bullet holes piercing through American dreams. They gave us scraps, we built culture from the bones, turn pain into rhythm, turn projects into homes. Still they paint us criminal, target us in stats, but never show the genius or the love we give back. Our heroes wore hoodies, our saints wore chains. They fear our light cause they profit from pain, but every brick they throw, we build a new lane and put our names in the sky where the stars remain. I've been down so long, I forgot what free feel like. Chains on the soul, but my spirit still fight. Tears on the ground from the years of pain, but the seeds we planted still grow in the rain. Through the fire, through the storm, we gon' stand. Truth in our bones, revolution in our hands. We the dream, we the drum, we the morning sun. Better days are coming, we not done. They redline our blocks, try to cage our minds, but can't hold back what's divinely designed. We birthed jazz, soul, hip-hop, and more. Made the world move from my ancestral core. Truth in my tongue, justice in my breath. Each verse a march, each line defies death. They kill the body, but the vision still live. Cause every hood got a prophet they ain't ready to forgive. I seen boys with dreams shot down too soon, but I also seen grandmas pray hope into the room. So we rise with the strength that they tried to consume, and we dance to the beat of a freedom tune. I've been down so long, I forgot what free feel like. Chains on the soul, but my spirit still fight. Tears on the ground from the years of pain, but the seeds we planted still grow in the rain. Through the fire, through the storm, we gon' stand. Truth in our bones, revolution in our hands. We the dream, we the drum, we the morning sun. Better days are coming, we not done. Legacy ain't numbers, it's the lives we ignite. Each child with the spark, each elder with sight. We more than survivors, we are.
All right, y'all, we about to get started here. Y'all forgive me. I had to I gotta reset, man. When they take you, when they target your page and take you down, and you gotta appeal, and you know you didn't do anything wrong. This is crazy, y'all. But you know, this is what comes with standing on business, man. This is why I tell y'all, man, when y'all come in here, man, listen, man, show some love, man. Show some love to black. When you see black content creators, man, you don't know what we go through. You don't know the things that we're fighting through, and the things that are coming against us as just for standing on business. They don't want black Americans to stand on business. They want to intimidate us. They want to put us at the bottom. They want to mislabel us. They want to abuse us in every way possible. They want to discourage us. You understand? So if you are a black American and you're not showing other black Americans love, shame on you. This is why, man, I keep telling y'all, man, this is why I left the mornings forward. This is why y'all haven't seen me on in the mornings, because every time I come on in the morning and try to give y'all the business, give y'all the truth, I get targeted. So now I got to start all the way back from the top, because I done gave out so much game. They done took it down. So I got to give y'all the game again. All the way from the top. So I got to reset. Reset. And understand it ain't gonna be the same. It ain't gonna be the same, but I'm gonna try to give it to you as close to the same way as I started before. But man, I had The live was phenomenal until they took it down. So let's get to it, man. Thank y'all for showing love. Thank those who hit the like button and show love. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Too Much Moxie podcast, where truth ain't filtered, watered down, or 𝗤𝗏. Shout out again to Dr. No Job, man. Thank you, brother. Man, they done took your boy down, man. I was spitting game. I was spitting fire over there, man. They just target my page. They took me down for hate speech, and I said nothing hateful. Nothing hateful. That's what they do. They be hating. That's why I stopped coming to the mornings, because every time I come to the mornings, my page gets targeted. Automatic, man. Look, they tried to take me down for a prop. I have a prop in the back of me. They try to take me down just for having a prop, and try to say I got, something pew-pews on my live or something like that. I was like, man, y'all crazy. Y'all done lost y'all mind. But the title of today's show, I'm gonna try to give it to y'all the way I gave it to y'all, okay? But the title of today's show is why foundational Black Americans do not trust and should not trust the media. Why? Why are we still watching mainstream media? Why are we not plugged into the grassroots media, which is our media, which is our narrative that we control, which is coming from people like us, like you and me? Why are we trusting the dominant society to tell us how to think? Why are we doing that? We already know that all they're going to do is lie. We already know that media is no longer truth. It's all about entertainment. We all know that media is controlled by propaganda and witchcraft. And we all know that ain't none of us, no copper colored skinned people, no foundational Black Americans run media on nothing. So why are we surprised when they paint us in a broad stroke? Why are we surprised when we are the villain in their movie? Why are we surprised? We don't control it. If anything we're learning today is we got to come up out of mainstream everything. Come out of mainstream everything. Come out. My people need to come out of Egypt. And we need to build our own nation within a nation. I think our NOI brothers tried to tell us, man. I think Farrakhan, Minister Farrakhan, I think the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Farrakhan tried to tell us, man, we got to come out. We got to come out. If we don't own nothing, we don't control nothing. I was telling my brothers the other day, man, that listen, man, we don't need any more basketball players. We don't need any more NFL players. We don't. We need to create our own game. We don't even need their game, y'all. We don't need their game. We need to create our own game and support that. Our own game with our own ownership. Now, we're not saying it has to be all Black or 100% segregated, but if we create it, we own it. So it's time that instead of us taking our ball and playing on their court, it's time we take our ball. The big three, shout out to the big three. It's time we take our ball and ball on our own court, and then they come play on our court that we control, that we own. That's what it's time to do. We need to invent our own game and go support that. Stop lending our talents. Stop lending our ability to the dominant society so they can misuse us and abuse us and use us for their agenda and paint us in a broad stroke and call us all thugs, all criminals. We're never going to get a fair deal in dealing with mainstream media. Listen, y'all, we've seen it, we lived it, and we're done being lied on, lied to, and lied about. Anytime they show us in the media, they're never really praising us. They're mocking us. They're mocking us. It's all performative. The people they have on mainstream media, it's all performative. All of it. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody in Hollywood. I told y'all that before. And I don't trust anybody on TV, black or white, or Hispanic, or Asian. I don't trust nobody they put in front of me on mainstream television. There's always an agenda and there's always something performative about it. There's always an angle that's meant to destroy my people. There's always a narrative that attacks my people. Always. That's right, it's over. So if you're not plugged into the black grassroots, the new black media, shame on you. And understand that if you're over there watching that stuff over there, you are under heavy propaganda and heavy witchcraft. We cannot support things that we do not own. I need us to get into the habit of that. Stop supporting things you don't own. Stop supporting things you don't control. We got to get the narrative back. We have to start speaking with a louder voice and putting our people up on game. We have to combat these lying narratives with the truth. So let's get back to it, man. The media has always been an accomplice in America's WAR on Black Truth. They've always. They labeled our heroes lunatics, ignoring the three-letter alphabet role in unaliving Fred Hampton. The headlines are always skewed against us in every shape and form. They don't want to tell you. I mean, their complicitness, right, in the crack era, in telling the real news. They just made us all look like crackheads, all of us. When they report on gang, can I even say it? When they report on any type of, I don't want to go too deep. But when they report on things that are happening in our neighborhood, they all paint us with a broad stroke. We're all criminals. We're all gangsters. We're all thugs. We're all this. We're all that. That's how they paint us in the media. But yet we still want to switch on to Channel 11, Fox News, CBS, MSNBC, CNN. We still want to tune into these media outlets when we know that they're never going to tell us the truth. Or we're thinking, man, they're going to give us some truth. Man, they're not giving us any truth. That's right. They attack our intelligence. They always come at us. They always do that. Always. This ain't paranoia, y'all. This is pattern. It's historical. It's strategic, and it's evil. What they're doing to us. This is the propaganda machine at its finest, at its highest level. At its highest level. And trust me when I tell you, man, they're doing everything they can to stop this type of messaging going out to our people. Because the only way we're going to wake our people up is through truth. Is through standing on business. The only way, you know, listen, we still got people that are party loyal and not lineage loyal. Let me say that again. We still got people that are party loyal and not lineage loyal. And we got people who are party loyal and they think that because they're party loyal that they're lineage loyal. No. If everything come out your mouth is Democrat, you've been under heavy propaganda and witchcraft. If everything come out your mouth is Republican, you're under heavy propaganda and witchcraft. If you can't become a free thinker and think for yourself, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. You need to be plugged in. You need to get a different perspective than what you already have. The algorithm is not your friend. A lot of time it's against you. A lot of time the algorithm it's designed to keep you in a bubble and not in a reality. Your bubble is not reality. America as in a whole wants to keep you in a bubble society where you only get the news that they want you to get. You only get the entertainment that they want you to get. But you got to challenge that algorithm. You got to flip it. You got to say, okay, don't just send me all this type of information because I don't want to be biased. Send me multiple different information so I can rightfully divide the truth. Are you hearing a loud feedback? How about now? Can you still hear the feedback? Because they're man, listen, they're messing with. I wouldn't doubt it. They're messing with my live, y'all. Like literally, I had to restart the live 3 times just to get to this point right here. It's on and off. Okay, it might be because people are sending me messages while I'm talking. I'm getting a whole bunch of messages and notifications while I'm talking. So how do I turn those notifications off? Let me see. Give me a second here. Let me look at it real quick. If I can turn this, just bear with me. Just bear with me. Hopefully it's not. If it gets too bad, just let me know. Then I'll stop the live and I'll try to fix it and get the notifications off. But I think that's what it is. I'm getting a lot of notifications. It's early in the morning. So, you know, early in the morning is when you get a whole bunch of everybody's on social media and they're sending out their little messages and things like that. So where are we at, man? What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? Let me get to it. So we understand. Let me give you something anecdotal. Rodney Hinton Jr., right? We all know the story of his son. Running from the police, and this is like clockwork. This is what race soldiers do, right? They always want to yell, he got a pew pew, he got a pew pew, he got a pew pew, and then all of a sudden they're the ones really with the pew pew, and they start pew pewing. Okay, and then someone's unalived. Father goes in, they let the father come in, he watches the body cam, and he sees exactly what's going on. Like, hey man, this dude just unalived my son. Walks out, doesn't do anything, walks out silently. Right? The narrative that the news is spitting is exactly what they want you to believe. This was a thug. We're hearing stories that, you know, it wasn't even a stolen car. We're hearing stories that it was a repo. So we don't even know all the facts, but somehow the news has all the facts and they run with it. They run with it. They run with it. The news all of a sudden has all the facts. The regular people don't got facts, so the news got to give us the facts, right? That's their narrative. That's the narrative that they're running with. This was a thug who stole a car, and the police are justified in their actions. They felt imminent danger and imminent threat. And under the system, they are justified. That's what we're hearing. That's the narrative that they're running with. And when we believe these folks, we're the dumb ones, right? I think it's pretty dumb now to watch the news and believe the news when we know that all they do is spit out propaganda and witchcraft. I'm reading comments. Sorry about that. I'm trying to. Sometimes they block the comments, y'all. So I'm just gonna let some of that stuff through. So we're hearing this, right? This is what they do. All of a sudden, we are trained to believe everything the mainstream media tells us. We're trained to believe that. We're trained to believe the lie and hate the truth. Isn't that crazy? So this brother leaves after watching the real video and seeing what's going on. He calmly leaves. And then he does the unthinkable. He does what most people think about doing but don't do. He's distraught. He's in his emotions. No one understands what a parent goes through when they lose a son, lose a family member. No one understands that. Yeah, there's all kind. They say he was. There's all kinds of things. Who knows? Man, listen. There's some people that be like, man, it could have been the mama. And then, you know, he was like, man, get out of here. And I'm going to take it all. Who knows? Why? Because we haven't let the truth come out yet. We're just, you know, it's the media. It's the media. So we're hearing all kinds of things. We know not to trust the mainstream media. Period. Point blank. Okay? She's saying, so we can say, like, people saying they have witnesses. Yeah, they have witnesses. Where's the video? You can just Google online, check it online. It's there. The video's online. Check it out. I can't show it here on TikTok. Okay. If I could, I would. So this is what's going on, man. And now he got 30, 40, 50 cops in the room with him when he shows up to court, and the brother doesn't flinch. The brother got money on his books. His commissary is up. Every 14 days, they got to restock this brother because his commissary is up. Up, you hear me? The family is supporting this brother. They're like, man, you going to eat good all the while you up in there. You going to be straight. You're going to have money to bargain. You're going to have things to bargain with so people can leave you alone. You hear me? They taking care of that brother. And listen, the dominant society is not used to us doing that, us getting on cold like that, because we haven't done it before. Usually something happens and we just forget about them. It's like it's in the news and then, man, But a new day is happening where we're like, hey man, we're not letting our people get mistreated like that. So shout out to us. I hope this is the new precedent and we stay on this page. We you know, the same thing happened to our brother Carmelo Anthony. They try to judge him in the court of public opinion before a trial. They try to paint a narrative that he was guilty before proven innocent. Yeah, and now we are on code. And we need to stay on code. And this needs to be the norm. We need to make the dominant society. We need to make the dominant society so mad that they say, "Man, we can't play this game anymore because they're gonna do this." You hear me? Let me tell you what I'm man. Them race soldiers is scared. Them race soldiers is scared, man. They're not used to seeing black people on code like this. They're not used to seeing black people on code like that. NOI is on code. But they're not used to seeing 43 million of us get on code. And that's what it's going to take, man. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take 43 million of us, all of us, getting on code and moving as a block. That's what it's going to take. So let's talk about the historical betrayals in media, the Willie Horton effect. Media weaponizing fear of blackness during elections. All of a sudden, during election time, this is when you get your Trayvon Martins, your Tamir Rices, your Mike Browns, your George Floyds. All of a sudden during election time, you see a hike, a spike in injustices towards black Americans. Your Sandra Bland's. This is where you get all this stuff from, man. All of a sudden, during election cycles, during times where we need to be voting with logic, not with emotion, they try to get us in our emotion. We're not talking about Africa right now. I don't care about what's going on in Africa right now. Shout out to the African brothers and sisters, but you know, y'all go talk about y'all president. Y'all go talk about uniting as one people over there. We're talking about the woes and the troubles of why foundational black Americans don't trust mainstream media. Shout out to 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀. Y'all better ride with him. If y'all don't ride with him, it's y'all fault. Nobody's fault but your own. So, you know, we got COINTELPRO. Exposure through media science. How did the media hide attacks on our black leaders? Right? They don't want to mention their complicitness in the crack epidemic. They don't want to mention their complicitness in the MLK and the Malcolm X's and the Black Panthers. They don't want to report on that news. They don't want to report on us being targeted by our own government. They never want to talk about that. They never want to talk about our own government agencies targeting us when we get on code. The news media outlet is very complicit in that. And it's been like that for a long time. 60 plus years of it. Longer than that. They're always changing our narratives, y'all. We cannot trust mainstream media. And we have very good reasons why we don't. We have very good reasons why we don't. Because we got mugshot journalism. Y'all know what that is, right? Where they broadcast black victims as criminals, thugs, They demonize hoodies. Remember Trayvon Martin for a long time? Oh, take your hoodie off. You don't want them to pew pew you. We couldn't wear hoodies for a long time because of Trayvon Martin. The media gets a hold of it and spins a narrative. The Mike Browns. You can't be big and black. If you're big and black, you must be up to no good. We would have to soften our image, because if we didn't soften our image, they're going to mistake us for a thug or a criminal. We got to change, not society. We got to change in order for society to accept us. We got very good reasons why we don't trust the media. We got very good reason why we don't trust the media. Very good reasons why we don't trust the media. What reason have they given us to trust them? What reason have they given us to trust them? Media's always been part of the erasure of our contribution. Media's always been complicit when it comes to shouting out our achievements. They've always wanted to change the narrative. Look at how they tried to change the narrative on hip hop and say Caribbeans and Hispanic people invented hip hop. Look how they're so easily to turn on us and act like Africans invented hip hop. You see what I'm saying? The media puts this stuff out there. It's the media. But they never want to talk about our black inventors. They never want to talk about our writers. They never want to talk about our scientists, our heroes. They never want to talk about it. They leave those things out. That's what they do. That's what they do. And I get it. Everybody want to be like small hats, small hats, small hats, small hats. But at the end of the day, it's all white supremacy. Yeah, ain't no Ghana invented no rap. This is everybody wants to latch on to our achievements and make it their own. Everybody wants to latch on to our achievements and make it their own. And nobody wants to stand up and tell the truth. Nobody. The media is not going to tell us. Let me tell you something, y'all. The press is only free when it tells the truth. The press is only free when it tells the truth. And when it comes to black anything, they lie. They lie flat out. The press has always been a part of the propaganda machine. Hollywood has always played a part in the propaganda machine. It's never going to tell our stories accurately or fairly. It's never going to do it. There's always going to be an agenda tied to it. The world, the government, it fears black unity. It fears foundational black Americans getting on code, knowing who they are, standing on business, loving one another. They fear that. They fear our meekness. They fear it. They fear that if they don't get us on tilt, listen, let's be real. Let me holler at y'all for real. I'm going to try to say this in a way where nothing happens to the live. Y'all, this whole narrative about we need to depopulate, the earth is getting, you know, there's too many people on the earth. Y'all know that's a myth. The only reason why they want to depopulate is so they can repopulate. More of them and less of you. More of them, see, because if we look at the global spectrum, they're only 7%. So of course they got to tell you about global warming. Global warming only affects them, not us. Of course they want to tell you, the crops, you know, they want to fear monger you and this and that and this and that. Because they need, of course they want to, what can I say? How can I say it? They want to, how can I say it? They want to jab everybody. Of course they want to jab everybody. Things that we didn't need 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years ago, all of a sudden now they're saying we need these things. Of course they want to do things to our food. Of course they want to make us all unhealthy and depending on a health care system. Of course they do. You read this message. Every person on any media screen is intentionally cast in the role, movie, TV, commercial, all roles. Yeah, they're all, man, listen, all the world's a stage and all the men and women are merely actors. I think that's Shakespeare. Everybody, all these people are actors. All these people are playing a role. They get paid to play a role on television. They get paid to paint a narrative on television. We cannot take them seriously, people. Media distorts our modern black reality. They call us thug, the troubled youth narrative, the contrasting crime reporting, manufactured outrage and distraction machine. Will Smith slap economic justice. Y'all know that Will Smith slap was fake. Okay, I mean, this is the thing they do, man. This is the thing they do. We're constantly painted as the aggressors, never the victim. Think about that. Constantly painted as the aggressor. Listen, if you go down and you look for videos, you go look for something, you're going to find it. Just like the same videos that they look for of us, if I wanted to go down in the rabbit hole and I want to look at all the aggressive, dominant society people that are out there, I'm going to pull up tons of them. Just tons of them. I can pull it up anytime. Anytime I want to, I can just pull those things up. And I can point out and say, you are bad. You are evil. There's 43 million black Americans. There's 300 million people in America. You don't think you're going to find some crime? You don't think you're going to find somebody doing something nefarious? You don't think you're going to find some stupid person that does something and it hits the camera? How naive is that? The social media shadow banning of black voices and truth tellers like myself. These social media platforms ain't no better. We don't own them. You understand? We're on somebody else's platform trying to wake up our people. So this is what I gotta expect. Yeah, I get discouraged a little bit, but not too long. I come right, yeah, they take me down, and guess what? I come right back up. Yeah, I have momentum. The moment I get momentum and a lot of people coming in my room, that's when they try to shut me down. So now my room is capped. It's cool. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. This is how they treat us black content creators, man. The attack on black masculinity and the nuclear family through scripted narrative. They always want to paint us coming from single mother homes. And nothing wrong if you do. But that's not all of black America. All of black America is not single mother homes. But that's the narrative that they want to paint. Not all black men are terrible fathers, but that's the narrative that they want to paint. Matter of fact, the truth came out that black fathers are the best fathers. Shoot, I had a black father. My father was the business. My father was the best. I'm so thankful for my dad. Very, very thankful. My dad taught me the game for real. I had a father who didn't lie to me. Can you believe, man? I had a father that really looked out for me. He chose to correct me than to spoil me. I had a disciplinary at home. I had discipline and structure when I came home. I'm very thankful for that. But they want to paint the narrative that we all don't got fathers. Look at Shedeur Sanders, man. Look how great. Look at the great family that brother comes from. And look at how they try to put that dude on the cross in the NFL. That's why I'm saying we should. Why are we even worried about the NFL, y'all? Why are we even worried about the NFL, man? It's all a plantation. All of it's a form of. Listen, if you have a job in America, it's just a form of sharecropping. It's just another form of slavery, y'all. It's just another form of sharecropping. You don't own it. You don't own it. It owns you. And I know people, hey, I'm not a slave. I ain't never been a slave. Ain't no slave in my family. Man, will you shut that up? You were born a slave. They just give you a longer rope, a longer leash. They give you some liberties, that are not real freedom. They give you liberties, but are not real freedom. You are confined by your income to a certain area, whether you want to believe it or not. How is that free? How is that free when they cap how much you can make and they tell you can't go over this? How is that? How are you free when they excommunicated you to a tax bracket forever, with no way of moving above your pay station, no way of advancing? They give you, they promote some and demote others. How is that freedom? You tell me. How are you free? You're not free. If you got a job, you're just over broke. Don't you know that's what it stands for? Just over broke. Now, I'm not saying don't get a job. I'm not saying don't work. I'm not saying don't take care of your family, but understand what it is. True liberation is ownership. True liberation is ownership. Look at what they did to our brother Shedeur Sanders, man. Versus a non-black athlete. They underrated him, undervalued him, despised his excellence. Underrated him and undervalued him. Did a public, can I say it? Did a public on camera, public, that's what we were looking at. We were really much looking at a public, you know what. Make this brother drop all the way down to the 5th round and lose out on some good money. Oh yeah, you know why he's looking good now? Because we on code and we supported our brother. We said, man, we only gonna buy his jerseys. Yeah, shoot, I'm a Browns fan anyway. I'm about to get the brother's jersey. Yeah, I'm gonna wear that number 12. How about that? I'm gonna wear that number 12 proud. Even if he never sees the playing field, I'm gonna wear that number 12 proud. Proud, you hear me? Proud. And he brought, and listen, that brother, what they did to that brother, they just created more Browns fans because of that. So I hope the organization Browns understand what they got. They got more. If you're getting an uptick in ticket sales, if you're getting an uptick in jersey sales, if you're getting an uptick of people looking at your organization, you better thank our brother 𝗖𝗲 Sanders, because he's the only reason. When you're getting a little bit more media coverage and press, you better thank 𝗖𝗲 Sanders. So, 6 corporations control 90% of American media. I'll mention 3 of them: Viacom, Comcast, Disney, etc. None are FBA owned or led. No representation, no protection. But yet we want to focus on that. We don't have control over the role of advertisers and who gets silenced based on sponsorship. We have no control over that. All the controlled narratives benefit political and corporation agendas. Nothing benefits foundational Black Americans. If they own the cameras, they control the narrative. They control the story. And if they control the narrative, they control public opinion. It's no wonder how they were able to keep us at the bottom for so long. It's no wonder how they're able to win elections during election time. It's no wonder they're able to pull the wool over our head every time. Because they control with the eyes. See, the eyes are truth, and the eyes are very deceptive. If I control what you see, I can paint a different reality than what's actually real. If I control what you see, I can control how you vote. I can control how you move. I can control what you eat. I can control your values. See how that works? Man, there was a time where you couldn't, there was a time on television where you couldn't see soft corn. You couldn't see it. There was a time on television where you couldn't say certain things that were foul and out of place, but now we're desensitized to it. There was a time where they wouldn't show as much violence as they show. But now it is. So what do we need to do, y'all? We know they own the camera. We know they control the story. What can we do to stand up for ourselves and combat this? We got to support the new Black media. I wish Cousin was here. Where's my boy Cousin at? Cousin, are you in here? I need you to come up if you're in here. We got to support the new black media. The Black Authority, Tariq Radio, all grassroots platform, my platform, Too Much Moxie, Afro Elites, the Dr. No Jobs. We got to support our own people. We got to support our own. We got to support the grassroots. We got to support the people that are out here standing on business on the front line, giving it to us. Live and direct. Making sure the narratives fit the people or the audience it's speaking to, and not trying to control the audience and the people with the narrative. We need to create more independent podcasts and YouTube channels and blogs. There needs to be more. We have to learn to fact check, decode media bias, and reframe headlines. If we're going to see the media, we got to learn to decode it. See, if you're gonna listen. I'm not saying don't watch any news. I'm saying learn how to decode it. Learn how to rightfully divide truth. Don't allow media to control you. That's what I'm saying. Don't believe everything. Understand when a dog whistle's being blown. Understand what's happening to you. Understand that this is not the time for games. This is not the time to be complicit. This is not the time for good people to sit on the sideline and hope and pray that somebody else picks up the mantle and takes us to the next level. This is the time for good people to get off the pew and get in the game. I get it. Good people are worried about their family, but it's time that you worry about more than just your family. It's time that you do what's right for the community, for the people, for the lineage. We got to move away from selfishness to lineage-based. We got to move away from these political parties. You're not a Democrat. You're not a Republican. You are a foundational Black American first. First. Your allegiance is to your lineage first. You are a Black woman before you are a feminist. You're not a feminist, and that has nothing to do with the Black feminist and Black woman are not synonymous. You are a Black woman first. You are a Black man first. Before anything else. You're not a freaking Democrat puppet, and you're not a Republican puppet first. You are lineage first. You understand? I'm tired of bringing people even on this platform, and all they start spewing is Obama, Biden, Kamala, and they just start spewing all this party stuff. Man, you better leave that party alone. That party's never been for you. That's why we delineated. We've been We've been party for 60 years, and where did that get us? Where did that get us? Nothing. A big nothing burger. It got immigrants put on top and us back down at the bottom. The Democrat is the party of immigrants, not the party of foundational black Americans. The Democrat is the party of LGBTQ, not the party of black Americans. They chose who they wanted to side with. They chose who they wanted to ride with. They chose who they wanted to elevate. So now they must crash and burn. That's just what it is, people. That's just what it is. Man, they capped my room today. But that's cool. I like, man, let's have, we got to have these intimate conversations. For just the 9 out, man, I'm going to give you all I got. I'm going to give you all I got. I'm not going to ease up. I'm not going to back down. I'm going to give you all of me every time I come on here. I'm going to give you 100% truth. This is all coming from here, from logic. I want to see my people rise. I want to see my people do phenomenal things. I want to see my people winning. That's all. And if this is what it got to be, so be it. We got to use platforms. We have to use platforms to our advantage. Listen, y'all. I'm never gonna back down on preaching this, even if it benefits me. I'm never gonna back down from telling the truth, even if it doesn't benefit me. Whether it's beneficial to me or not, I'm gonna stand on business. One thing you're gonna get from me is I don't fear nothing. I'm unafraid and I'm unbothered by a lot of things going on. I'm okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm okay with the way I've steered my life so far. And if I don't see any other thing, I'm okay with that. If the good Lord or the ancestors take me tomorrow, so be it. At least I stood on business. I don't need to see another thing. There's nothing out there that I want to do than what I'm doing right now. And if it gets a target on my back or something happens to me, hey, I know what I'm getting into. I'm okay with that. I'm to a point where I don't care what the consequences are for standing on truth. I'd rather just stand on truth. And I hope that we're all waking up to that fact. I would hope that we're all waking up to where we're saying, bump the consequences, justice now. I want that to be the new precedence for us. We don't fear the consequences anymore. We're no longer going to allow them to dangle the consequence over us. If we do this, they going to do this. We need to be like, we going to do this anyway. Now do what you got to do. If all 43 million of us move like that, it's over. It's over. Fear nothing. Fear nothing. Be quick for nothing. Take your time. Be more patient. Try to see where the truth is. Try to see where the logic is. Let logic lead you, not emotion. Take the emotion out of everything and replace it with logic. If you have to get emotional, make sure it's being controlled by logic. Make sure that emotion is seen as passion, not emotion. Switch that emotion into passion. And let logic lead both. If you need to get emotional, take a moment and then get right back on your square. But we got to understand this, y'all, and I'm always going to preach this, and it's probably a good time to talk about this for a little bit too. FBA coin, FBA coin, FBA coin. Now, if there's anybody on here who got a cryptocurrency wallet, I want to gift you some FBA coin today. If there's anybody on here who has a cryptocurrency wallet, who has a MetaMask wallet or a Coinbase wallet or any wallet, I want to gift you some FBA coin today. I'm gonna start doing coin drops. I'm gonna start doing airdrops of FBA coin because I need us to understand that we have an economic system that we need to build outside of this fiat money. I need our people to understand that, hey, we got to support the FBA coin and we got to support us. We need a decentralized banking system now and into the future. That's the only way. Listen, we don't have any safety net out here. We don't have any protection out here in the dominant society. Look at these. Look, I want y'all to read these comments right here. This is insane. Nobody's worried about no boars. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's worried about that. I'm not even going to talk about it. We're not doing nothing because we don't care enough about it. They're not doing nothing to us. They can't do nothing to us. We're not worried about nothing. What you doing about it? That's what you need to ask yourself. Don't ask us what we're doing about it. What are you doing about it? I'm not worried about no South African boers. I'm not worried about, they're doing the same thing y'all been doing, pretending to be refugees so y'all can come over to America. Lying, making up a story. Oh, I'm being persecuted. Let me in. They're doing the same thing y'all been doing. And you know what? If they get out of line, they know what's going to happen. No, they better not bring no noise this way. We have a history of checking people and standing on business. That's what I know. So we're not worried about them. But FBA coin, y'all, go to fbacoin.org and check us and do your due diligence and check us out. Hold on, let me do this, man. Cap these nuts. How about that? Cap these nuts. How about that? Yeah, man. It's just, we just gotta stand on business, y'all. They really limited my life, didn't they? They really didn't want me to talk about this today, y'all. They really didn't want me to talk about this today. Y'all do me a favor, man. I'm gonna put this up on YouTube. Y'all go blow this up on YouTube. So it can hit the algorithm so people can hear this message. They really didn't want this message getting out, y'all. They really didn't want me to talk about why we don't trust the media. Wow. They really didn't want me to talk about this today, y'all. They had to try to take my life down, and I had to appeal and come back. They had to mess up my room and tweak it so people can't see the guests, so I had to restart the live again. And now they cap my room. I think only 256 people came to the room, and there's only 7 listening right now. They really didn't want me to talk about this, y'all. They really didn't want me to talk about this. They really didn't want me. Jesus Christ. So y'all, we need to move from analog to digital, and now we're moving over into blockchain technology. Again, if anybody has their cryptocurrency wallet, I want to bless you with some FBA coin. I want to bless you with some FBA coin. If you have your wallet, let me know. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. Let me do this. For the people that are in the live show today, there's 2 things you could do. That's my email right there. Let me pin it up. Let me pin this comment. That's my email right there. Send me an email, and I'll send you some FBA coin. All you gotta do is send me your wallet. I can't do nothing with your wallet, y'all. As long as I don't got your passcode or your password phrase, I can't do nothing with it. But bless you. So send me your wallet information, and I'll bless you with some FBA coin for those who want it. Or send me something in the back channel. Send me your email or whatever, and we'll converse through email, and I'll send you some coin. For those who are in the live today, for the 8 people who are in the live, if you got a cryptocurrency wallet, if you got a wallet, I want to send you some FBA coin. Okay? That's what I want to do. Because I need us to understand this is our power. Our power is in decentralization of everything. That's our power. Our power is in decentralization of everything. Shout out to King. We need to be fully decentralized. We can't have nothing that affects us in the dominant society. If the dominant society decides to crash out, we need to still be good. We need to still be good. So, if y'all want some FBA coin, I'm gonna bless you guys some FBA coin. Hit my email, hit my inbox with your email, and send me your wallet information, and I'll drop some coin in it. I can't do nothing with, one thing I love about these cryptocurrency wallets, as long as you don't got as long as they don't got your password phrase, your pass key, nobody can do nothing. Your money's secure. So understand that. Do your due diligence on the FBA coin. Get the information that you need. But I want to bless you guys with some FBA coin. I already blessed a few brothers already with some coin. And I want to start doing airdrops from here until we do the actual launch. We're still in the pre-launch phase. We're still trying to build up a liquidity pool. Okay? We want to build up a $500,000 to $1 million liquidity pool before we launch. But I'm also thinking about just saying, hey, what the hell? I'm just going to launch it. I'm just going to launch it in its where it's at, and whatever it's worth, and leave it at that. But I would like to have a liquidity pool. That way, when we do launch it, we know it's backed by actual dollars that's going to make it worth something. Okay? But until then, it's just going to be, if I decide to launch it sooner than that without the liquidity pool, it's just going to be launched with 0.00001 or whatever they're going to say it's worth. It's just going to be launched, and then it'll grow from there. Okay? So, let's recap real quick. The importance of rejecting media manipulation. Okay, we need to empower listeners to become citizens, to journalists and media, and we need to empower our listeners to understand that media is not our friend. We need to invite them to support the new black media, Tariq Radio, brothers like Afro Elite, brother like Torian Reigns. We need Vicky Dillard, sisters like Vicky Dillard, my show, Too Much Moxie. We need people to support these platforms that are going to give you the news, the real game, high level information. And we need to be plugged in at every way. While you're driving in your car, you need to be listening to the new black media. While you're driving in your car, you need to be playing something from the grassroots. Right, listen, you're under heavy propaganda and witchcraft. And how do you combat heavy propaganda and witchcraft? There's only one weapon I know that defeats heavy propaganda and witchcraft, and that's grassroots. That's the truth. There's only one way to combat a lie, and that's with the truth. You don't combat a lie with another lie. You combat it all with the truth. The truth shall and will set you free. Understand that. There's only what I love about the truth is there's only one truth. There's not, if they try to tell you there's many truths out there, that's a lie. That's a lie. Okay? There's many truths. That's the lie. When you can figure out who's lying when they try to tell you that there's many truths out there, that is the lie. It's only one truth. And there's only one way to unalive a lie, and that's with the truth. The truth will and the truth shall set you free. So support all the new black media. Get you guys some FBA coin. Okay, we're still in the pre-launch mode. We haven't launched yet, but it's available. You can get a bonus coin, a bonus of 35,000 tokens on top of your purchase. Just go to fbacoin.com or fbacoin.org and do your due diligence first. And then get you some coin, man. Let's get our the quicker we get our currency up and running, the quicker we can get to generational wealth. Because this is the only way we're going to leapfrog and catch up with the dominant society. It's not through fiat money. Understand? They're gonna find it's not through a job. You're not gonna catch up to the dominant society with a job. Okay? The only way you're going to be able to get generational wealth and really catch up to the dominant society where you're on pace or outpacing is through cryptocurrency. I'm just going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to lie to you about that. Some of us will be able to make some money and get into the 250,000 and above range. But many of us, we're not gonna, you're not gonna have that opportunity. And the only way you're going to get that opportunity is if you get involved with something called blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is the future. We have a chance to dominate blockchain technology if we want to. If you don't know enough about blockchain technology, I'm just going to tell you, do your due diligence. That's the first thing you do in anything is do your due diligence. That's the first thing. Do your due diligence. After you do your due diligence, get involved and support the FBA coin. Now, I'm sorry, y'all don't know, man. If anybody want to come up, man, I'll bring some people up. We can chop it up. But they capped my live, man. This is what they did. They took my first live down, and my first live was it started off slow, but it started growing. And then the moment it started growing, they capped it. They took me down. I came back. I appealed. I came back because I knew I did nothing wrong. I knew there was no hate speech in my talk at all. So I appealed it, came back up. I came back up, and then they start making my boxes look funny. My boxes start looking funny. So I said, okay, let me just go down and come back up. Came back up just like this, and now my boxes are fine, but now they cap my live. So how do you win in that? All I can tell you, man, is you lucky ones that were able to hear and listen to the message. This message was specifically for you. It must not have been for anybody else. Those who wanna support, just check it out on YouTube. I'll have it uploaded on YouTube in about a day or so. Also, y'all, I got new music out. Matter of fact, this is how we're gonna close out the live. I got new music out. Okay, I got a new single out. I'm working on an album right now called Too Much. I got a new single out. It's called Still We Rise. It's dedicated to Rodney Hinton Jr., Shadir Sanders, Carmelo Anthony, and Tyrese Nichols. If y'all been paying attention, y'all know that those officers that whooped on Tyrese Nichols and unalived him, they got off. Those tethers, maybe a few Sambos in there, but I believe they were all tethers. My belief, they're all tethers. They got off. And I want y'all to understand, just because they have the same color as us, doesn't mean white supremacy don't support its own. See, white supremacy is not just about, it's not just a color system. It's a mindset. If they can put the white supremacist mindset in you, and you work for the system, it's the same thing. So it don't matter if it's a black face, Hispanic face, Asian face, doesn't matter. White supremacy is still white supremacy. As long as they can put the mindset in you, and they can get you to do the job for them, that's a win. We know what happened to Tyrese Nichols. If that was another skin tone, it would have never went down like that. If that was somebody from the dominant society, those officers would have never got off like that. We know that, people. We know that from common freaking sense. We know that. So they got off. So this song is dedicated to them. This song is dedicated to people who've been marginalized in our community, people who have done phenomenal things, but nobody wants to acknowledge them for it. This song is for people who are just, you know what, man, I need to get my lick back. This song is for us, for foundational Black Americans, and it's called Still We Rise. If it's not, I believe it should come out today. But if it's not out today, it will be available tomorrow on all major streaming platforms. Yeah, they got off, man. They got off. Now we got it. Now they got to deal with the federal. But we already know we already knew they was gonna get off. We already knew the state level is what it is, man. And it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. I did not like that verdict at all. I was not happy about that. Matter of fact, I popped in on Afro Elite's live on YouTube. And I was watching it over there. And I'd already watched it somewhere else, but I was watching over there with him, man. And man, it's a shame how they treat us, y'all. It's just a shame. But anyway, man, y'all check out this new music. And if anybody wants to come up, y'all can come up. And if nobody comes up, then I'll just go ahead and end the live, man. But check this out. New music is out. It's called Still We Rise. Dedicated to our brothers and sisters. Dedicated to our heroes, our foundational Black Americans that they're trying to control.
Yo. Chains on the soul, but my spirit still fight. Tears on the ground from the years of pain, but the seeds we planted still grow in the rain. Through the fire, through the storm, we gon' stand. Truth in our bones, revolution in our hands. We the dream, we the drum, we the morning sun. Better days are coming, we not done. Born in a world where the laws never loved us, still in our backs cause the system tried to crush us. Mothers crying at the caskets of the young kings, bullet holes piercing through American dreams. They gave us scraps, we built culture from the bones, turned pain into rhythm, turned project into homes. Still they paint us criminal, target us as stats, but never show the genius or the love we give back. Our heroes wore hoodies, our saints wore chains. They fear our light cause they profit from pain, but every brick they throw, we build a new lane and put our names in the sky where the stars remain. I've been down so long, I forgot what free feel like. Chains on the soul, but my spirit still fight. Tears on the ground from the years of pain, but the seeds we planted still grow in the rain. Through the fire, through the storm, we gon' stand. Truth in our bones, revolution in our hands. We the dream, we the drum, we the morning sun. Better days are coming, we not done. They redline our blocks, try to cage our minds, but can't hold back what's divinely designed. We birthed jazz, soul, hip hop, and more. Made the world move from my ancestral core. Truth in my tongue, justice in my breath. Each verse a march, each line defies death. They kill the body, but the vision still live. Cause every hood got a prophet they ain't ready to forgive. I seen boys with dreams shot down too soon, but I also seen grandmas pray hope into the room. So we rise with the strength that they tried to consume, and we dance to the beat of the freedom tune. I've been down so long, I forgot what free feel like. Chains on the soul, but my spirit still fight. Tears on the ground from the years of pain, but the seeds we planted still grow in the rain. Through the fire, through the storm, we gon' stand. Truth in our bones, revolution in our hands. We the dream, we the drum, we the morning sun. Better days are coming, we not done. Legacy ain't numbers, it's the lives we ignite. Each child with the spark, each elder with sight. We more than survivors, we architects of truth. Wrote scripts and struggle, graduated from the roots. We are the pages they scared to read out loud, so they silence the voices that speak too proud. But we ain't folding, we forge in a flame, and we gon' rename every street with our name. This ain't a trend, just the soul's redemption. Power in the mirror beyond their comprehension. We the dream, reimagine black ascension. From pain we made light, now we shift the mission. I've been down so long, I forgot what free feel like. Chains on the soul, but my spirit still fight. Tears on the ground from the years of pain, but the seeds we planted still grow in the rain. Through the fire, through the storm, we gon' stand. Truth in our bones, revolution in our hands. We the dream, we the drum, we the morning sun. Better days are coming, we not done. To our brothers and sisters, we still rise. It's not over, not by a long
Not
shot.
by a long shot. Not by a long shot. Thank you, I appreciate it. This week, so I'm actually glad they didn't take me down, but if they did, I was just going to move it over to Twitter or YouTube. I got a special guest coming on. My boy King MC he's working on some new music. I'm gonna bring him up and we're gonna chop it up. I want y'all to meet a hip hop pioneer. I got a hip hop pioneer on the West Coast, King MC, coming to the live. We're gonna do a TikTok live with y'all, man. It's gonna be awesome. Now I used to do music with this brother back in like 2013. I think it was like 2013. And we're gonna talk a little bit about our project that we worked on. I try to do 60 songs in 6 months or something like that, or something along those lines. And I pretty much did it, man. I did a lot of music with that cat, man. If y'all don't know who King MC is, y'all need to Google this brother. When I tell you this brother skills is impeccable. Oh my God. This brother got skills. So I got a special guest coming on. Hopefully it'll be this Friday. I'll bring him up this Friday to the platform, and I'll let some people come up. Y'all can ask him questions. He's a hip hop pioneer on the West Coast. He put out the very first West Coast rap album in 1981. The very first West Coast rap album in 1981. He also wrote the song California Love. If y'all know California Love, that the song with Dre, Pop, he wrote that song. He also he also got credits on Beverly Hills Cop. He produced that beat. Okay, he's coming to the Too Much Moxie TikTok live, and it's gonna be phenomenal, man. We're gonna bring some of our hip hop pioneers on here to tell the truth. Weren't no Caribbeans, weren't no Africans, weren't no Hispanics when we were doing our thing. Okay, so we're gonna bring some hip hop pioneers, and what I want to do is I hope I can't wait for Tariq to do the documentary on the West Coast hip hop pioneers. He gotta do it. I mean, he gotta do it, man. He gotta do it, man. I hope my boy Mac Mall make it. I hope my boy Mac Mall. Anybody know who Mac Mall is from the Bay? Anybody know who Mac Mall is from the Bay? Man, he had that song with Tupac. Well, Tupac wasn't in the song, but he was in the video. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got to put up, you know, you got to have East Bay Gangsta up in there. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the East Bay Gangsta. Blah blah. Tech Nine. J.O. Felon. I mean, come on, man. We got it. I mean, a lot of y'all don't even know a lot of our West Coast artists out here, man. Sugar Free, DJ Quick. You understand, man? Of course, NWA, everybody know about them. Those are the ones that really made it mainstream like that. But we got some hip-hop pioneers that nobody even know about, you know? If y'all ever heard, Janet Jackson's "What Have You Done For Me Lately?" Da, 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 da. Ooh, yeah, right? Well, did y'all know that there's a rap song rebuttal for that? Did y'all know there was a rap song rebuttal for that back in the day? A lot of y'all don't even know about that. Came on the West Coast by my boy King MC. What have you done for me lately? What have you done for me, baby? Y'all don't know? Ooh, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Well, anyway, my boy King MC is coming on hopefully I'm gonna try to get him this Friday. And it's going to be a morning show, so y'all want to be up. We're probably going to try to do it around 6, maybe 7 p.m. East Pacific Standard Time, PST. We want to get it done early in the morning. You know, people got things to do. So I want to get him in here for about 1 hour, 2 hour. Me and him, we're going to chop it up. We're going to go back down memory lane. We're going to talk about his new album that he got coming out, his new music that he got. Man, this brother... Listen, this brother is in his 50s, and when I tell you this brother's flow is flawless, I mean, I'm gonna get him to freestyle. I'm gonna get him to freestyle on so y'all can see, man. This brother, listen, I could point at a booth, and I could say, man, I'm stuck. I need a verse for this song. I don't have a verse for this song. This brother will go in the booth and freestyle a verse. And it's gonna be tight. All you gotta do is like, hey man, what's the song about? Okay, the song's about blah 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 blah. And he gonna be like, okay. He gonna nod his head. He gonna do this, and he gonna go into the booth, and he gonna on one take, give you 16 bars that you're gonna be like, man, thank you, brother. You blessed me. I got a song with this brother on it. I'm gonna have to find the song. If a matter of fact, I'm gonna make, man, I hope he has it. I hope me and him got a song together. This brother got on the song, got on the track, and one take, y'all. Listen. Look, hey, isn't that crazy? They just put restrictions on my live right now. They already had these restrictions on my live, but they just added them on my live right now. That's crazy. And I don't know what I said. Did I say anything wrong, family? I just mentioned King MC. And they put visibility restricted, live restricted for some audience, Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results because your live does not comply with the For You feed eligibility standards under our community. Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been... This is because, man, I tell you, man, tethers. I tell you, this is what they do. But I'm ending the live anyway. I'm about to end the live anyway. So it is what it is. But y'all come back. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see if they do me like this again, man. I'm really thinking about leaving the TikTok platform altogether, man. To be honest, and just going to Twitter and just sticking to YouTube because this stuff it's crazy. I want to give y'all the game, but they don't want me to give y'all the game at a high level on this platform, and that's their prerogative, right? Because we don't own the platform, they do. So what do you do? Anyway, y'all, man, this has been the Too Much Moxie podcast. If you like real music, raw, right, with a real message, hit your boy Too Much Moxie up on all major streaming platforms. That's 2T_O Much Moxie on all major streaming platforms, Spotify especially. Hit me up, stream the content, stream the music. 𝗣𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶, we have our own cryptocurrency. 𝗣𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶.org. Go there, do your due diligence first, then support the coin. Okay? Also, if you guys want to learn how to create apps without using codes, holla at your boy. I got a free ebook I can send you, and then we'll go from there. All right, y'all. Too Much Moxie. I'm out. Peace.